Next one's an air pressure experiment. These marshmallows, I can't obviously involve myself in any promotional for any particular company, but these are the only ones that actually work. So you need a wine bottle, you need one of these devices that removes air out of wine bottles to preserve them, and it's quite important that you know, when you do this with the students, that you let them know that that's how that works. So that's the wine preserver. You can get ones that push more air in and increase the pressure, and they you can do a similar experiment, but you need to make sure that you let the students know that you're doing that. So what you do is you put your marshmallows into your wine bottle. And this takes a while. I found you can't cut them because the external sugar on the outside is what keeps them from sticking to the wine bottle. I'm also fond of this because it's one of those experiments you can eat. It seems to be that about the best amount of mallows in here is about half a wine bottle, maybe slightly less, but certainly no more. So you can clearly see there's a lot of space between the mallows and the top of the bottle. And so you fill these up. This is a kind of, I suppose, often Year 9 air pressure comes in. This is quite a difficult concept. You can't really do it that easily in terms of what's going on, but it's a great one to ask questions about. So certainly, you know, perhaps one of those ones where even if you haven't, you know, started the topic, capture interest, something like that. So put these last few in. I always have a theory that any food that's more than 50% air doesn't have any calories in at all. So the last couple there going in. There's quite a lot of movement that happens when you do this. So what we'll do is we'll kind of try and zoom in on the bottle as best we can in terms of seeing what's going on. So put the stopper in and then start removing the air. And what you should see quite dramatically, I hope. And often it helps to shake the bottle to get them but what you can see quite dramatically there is that the amount of air has been removed. That's fine. What I sometimes find, so you can see that now virtually the whole of the wine bottle has been filled. What's sometimes more dramatic, particularly because you can stand still when you're doing it, is when you let the air back in, and often that's where the kind of wow comes. So if I just move the top quite slowly, you can see that the return to the original size is quite dramatic. So again, shake it so they're not really sticking to each other. Start removing the air, making sure you're explaining you're removing the air. It sometimes needs a few shakes at the start just to stop them sticking. So you can see there again quite a considerable increase in volume of the mallow, and you can read up and do all the sciencey stuff. And then when you let the air back in, you can quite dramatically see that change. And obviously any practical you can eat is good.